Welcome back. You're watching Startup Central with me, Nantara Rai. Let's now talk about Zetwerk. It's a startup which is into the manufacturing space, Make in India, and it's announced a massive fundraising round of $120 million, including from Lightspeed. The founder joining us live right here on this edition of Startup Central. Congratulations, $120 million, a big round. What do you plan to do with all the money? What's the plan?
It's a combination of multiple things. Right? Obviously, we are doing this fundraise in the backdrop of an important budget announcement, which is what many people are calling a very manufacturing budget. And if we zoom out a little, India has always been kind of behind compared to other countries when it comes to the manufacturing economy. So what we see is over the next many years and the decades to come, the manufacturing is going to be a very centerpiece to the whole India story, and we obviously want to play a big role in that. Whether it is working directly with helping some of the public spending that is in plan, like the Indian government announced a 35% increase in capex that they are planning for this year. We are pretty sure that this is going to be accompanied by an equal amount of private spending as well. And what is missing is an execution partner who can convert these ideas into reality. And that's where a company like us steps in. So we are very excited about where India is at its journey to become a $5 trillion economy. And we're very clear that manufacturing will play a big role.
I like how you're linking it with budget, but budget was 2 days ago. I can't believe that you've closed a $120 million fundraise within 2 days of union budget.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fair, obviously, kind of statement. We have, as a company, we have grown 300% year on year compared, and this happened in 2020, which we all know is a pretty tough year for most industries and most people. What we are seeing is three clear trends. Is a lot of international companies want to explore India, and they find it difficult to do so. And that's where we come. We have already scanned the entire market for you. Why don't you partner with us and help explore the Indian market? And we have, got 25 customers, mostly from US, Europe, in the last 6 months or so. Second is, sometime back, 6 months ago, India started a whole Make in India movement where a lot of products which previously we used to import, like air conditioners, televisions, etc. There's a mandate now that these need to be manufactured in India. So a lot of brands are partnering with us to, again, help them in their manufacturing process. And thirdly, the budget obviously is an addendum to that. It's obviously helping boost what was already a very clear trend.
Now, consumer electronics, I understand you got into during the pandemic. It's contributing 15% of the business. You forged deep partnerships also in 3 segments, which the press release talks about, precision parts, capital goods, and consumer goods. You'll stick with that, but then what will it mean for the traditional stuff that you were in? You had good partnerships for, let's say, oil and gas and all of that.
Yeah, in fact, for our company's identity has always been a very industrials-focused company. We work with the largest industrial houses in India like L&T, Tata, GE, etc., to help convert their digital designs into physical products. The consumer goods market has been a more recent phenomenon. We started this only 6 months ago, actually during the pandemic, and already today it is 15% of our overall business. So we see that this is going to be an important driver for growth moving forward. Obviously, the core business is important as well. And today the mix is 15% consumer. I think it will easily become 50% consumer over a period of time.
But tell me something. What's the coolest, the most difficult, the most complex things you guys at Zetwerk have manufactured? What is the thing that you're the proudest of? When you look back and you say, yeah, we built that.
I wish I could show some photographs to you, Nanta. Like, we recently had an offsite and we had all the teams present, all the things that they have made, it's very diverse. We have on one hand, like simple structures for bridges. On the other hand, we have aircraft engine components which are going into aeroplanes. We have electric vehicle components which are going into the most innovative new vehicle companies in India. We have apparel where we are partnering with a lot of luxury brands to again introduce India as a alternate sourcing destination. So it's very, very diverse, and I think that's the beauty of the horizontal nature of the problems that we're trying to solve. Like manufacturing, yes, there are a lot of industry-specific nuances, but end of the day, there are a lot of common challenges which are very common, whether it's oil and gas, whether it's aerospace, whether it's steel, cement, railways, any industry you name it. And that's what excites us the most. That we can serve such a diverse range of use cases.
Coming back to how you started off, the old economy, manufacturing for them, industrial, oil and gas, steel, etc. Can you share a little bit about your plans for that? Like you talked about the union budget, and going forward, that's going to be the major thrust, right? Make in India, bringing manufacturing back.
I mean, we are a very horizontal company. Fundamentally, we work with designers. And the designers can be from any industry. They can be from an oil and gas. They can be from a consumer brands. They can be from apparel. They can be from, a very diverse set of industries. And once the design is ready, we have built an engine where if you feed us a design, we have all the mechanisms in place to convert those designs into physical products. Whether it is finding the right supplier who can make that product, finding the right price at which that product needs to be made, and ultimately taking care of the fulfillment, from the order till delivery. So our engine is kind of industry agnostic, and that's how we've always built the company. And the last 6 months have been a strong manifestation of that, where we launched consumer goods, which is a completely new industry, but we were able to scale it pretty fast. And that's generally how we are going to work. Like, to all the designers out there listening, like if you have a great idea, we can be your partner to convert that idea into a physical product.
Tell designers, when you say this for designers, can you also explain to us, for the larger audience, this new age manufacturing, what you do, how these ideas and designs on paper or on a laptop become the real thing?
Yeah, I mean, broadly, design is can be very detailed, or it can be something as simple as I sketch it out on a piece of paper. When we look at apparel companies, they design T-shirts. It's again, like there are a lot of specs. Like this is the color, this is the size, this is the fabric I want. When it comes to industrial products, it's pretty black and white as well. Like this is the type of material I want to use, stainless steel. I want the dimensions to be so and so, the product shape to be a certain size. What we do is we take that as an input. We don't really question that. Look, you're good at your job, which is designing products. But once you have a design, we have thousands of manufacturers on the back end. Different manufacturers have different skill sets. But broadly, we matchmake. Okay, this manufacturer is best suited for your requirement. And we'll solve for pricing. Today, the cost of raw material is so much, the utilization of a factory is X, and hence, overall, the algorithm says this is the price at which we can make your product. And finally, we track the project from end to end. Like, okay, the supplier has received your order, they have started manufacturing, it is work in progress, some of it has already been dispatched. All of it is presented in a very easy technology portal where you just need to log in and see all of this happening proactively. And what this has enabled is, for a lot of designers, it has enabled a lot of peace of mind, and they can really focus on their core, which is designing, and leave the execution to us.
Well, that's Zetwerk co-founder for you, valued at nearly $600 million after that massive $120 million fundraise, raised almost $200 million in its history. With that, we're completely out of time. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you same time tomorrow.